Hey there, Ultizeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Spark the Electric Jester. In the last episode, we were here in Lightoria Bay. I believe that's the level name. I already forgot. That's a level name. Anyways, we got... Why can I do this? This does not feel like a thing I should be able to do right now. Like, at all. Look at me grooving. Alright, holograms are the greatest thing ever invented. Did you know that they are made of ionized gas? And of course, airborne nanomatchiness. Oh, right. Okay. The text spacing. I have been kind of neglecting the bad grammar of this game so far, mainly just in, like, capitalization errors and stuff. I forgot, though, that there are really awkward text spacing issues like nanomachines here. I forgot. Yeah, it's not really... It doesn't necessarily affect the game, like, on a fundamental level of the gameplay, but it's still awkward as hell to read. Yeah, I learned that in Jester school. Jester school? Oh, right. So that's a thing. Ellipses. You know, back in the day, I saw some videos of this park. You were in those videos, too. But it never crossed my mind that you were such a jerk. ... You know, stuff happens. Some software you don't like is injected into your head and you start to like looking at butts for some reason. And it's done through the internet. The thing which you are connected to all the time against your will. ... It's a sick joke. I quit resisting it a while ago. It's just easier to live that way. Well, enough of this. Time to die, Jester. Alright, well now at least we get to beat the crap out of Butt Robot. Ow. Now, I definitely remember this boss for being... Ow. Weird, because it's cool with all these, like, holograms. Maybe I'm just misremembering that it's long, though, because this... Oh, right, there's another entire boss fight thing to deal with. Ooh, a hammer can double jump. Did I even know that? I don't know. I hope this is capturing okay. Well, we didn't even get rid of all of his health bar. I guess I just misremembered how visually different that boss fight was compared to actual length. Or maybe I just didn't use the hammer originally and that made it really easy. I don't know. Anyways, we killed him. And now we head into a forest. I don't remember the name of the forest. Kerana Forest. That's what it is. I remember really liking this song. And I don't remember having any feelings about the stage. Although, I guess it's kind of like the Mushroom Hill Zone of this game, I guess. Like the midway point level. Although it's not quite the midway point level. That's the next level. Because I stopped exactly at the halfway point. Anyways, so yeah. I guess it's just more like Mushroom Hill because it's got mushrooms. And it's cool. Ooh! Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes! Yes! My favorite. He returneth. Oh god, no. Stay away from me. Stay away from me, bees! This thing looks like it belongs in a completely different game. Like, just that sprite style. It's, like, got no shading to it. and it's black outline, like, that doesn't really feel like Spark's visual style at all. I like this level. I'm enjoying it. What's something I can talk about? How about the narrative of this game? Because I've been kind of neglecting it or just kind of making fun of it this whole time. But I feel like it exists in the game, so it's worth talking about. And, like, analyzing. Do I think it's good, the way it's handled in this game? Obviously, the narrative itself is not good, but I don't think it's really trying to be that good. It's just kind of being silly and stuff. Like, it's got a robot who lays butts. Like, it's got... The entire reason why Spark is going on this adventure is because he lost his job to a robot. And so he's just trying to be like, I want my job back. Give it to me. Like, it doesn't necessarily have a super... Whoa, okay. It doesn't necessarily have a super, like, in-depth plot or, like, character connections or anything. So, in that regard, it is kind of weird that it exists at all. Like, just mainly in the degree of, like, how it exists, it just doesn't necessarily feel like it needed to exist at all. Like, I feel like just the idea of you're this little Jester guy going around, and suddenly you're encountering a robot version of yourself who's clearly trying to murder you with stuff. Like, maybe the narrative gets deeper later on. I would actually not know, because again, this is the last level I played, and I don't know the rest of the story. But at the moment, I feel like it definitely kind of feels like the narrative didn't need to exist the way it does in this game. I feel like had it gone for like an actual like Sonic style of like wordless stuff, wordless cutscenes, just having a good time, I feel like that would have been a stronger narrative than what this game is trying to do. Because even though it's being silly, and obviously so, I don't necessarily think it works to the game's advantage. It doesn't make me feel like closer to the characters or anything. I feel closer to Spark just from playing as him than I do in his cutscenes because he's just so nonchalant and non-caring, and it's like, it's silly, but I don't feel like it necessarily makes the character or the world more endearing. So, I don't know, it's kind of weird in that regard. It's not quite as bad as, like, how Freedom Planet handled its narrative, where it's, like, way too serious, way too long cutscenes. Like, it didn't follow through on the classic Sonic formula at all. Like, and just because you can... And the story itself is bad, too. And a lot of people tend to argue, like, oh, you can turn it off, though, so you don't have to care. And it's like... For this game, like, it's stupid, it's obviously not trying to be that big of a deal, so why do you care? Just because it's taking into consideration for those things, though, doesn't necessarily make it okay. Whether or not you turn off the story or not in Freedom Planet doesn't change the fact that it has a bad story and bad voice acting and whatnot. And just because this game doesn't seem to care about treating its story very seriously, doesn't necessarily mean that that was the best decision that this game could have made. I feel like, I don't know. So, in a way, yeah, the narrative is goofy, and I have kind of been just neglecting it and not caring about it, but I feel like that's a disappointment. Like, I like this game a lot, but I do feel at the moment, again, this is the last level I played, I don't know if the story gets any better or worse. But I would say that it is That's a crush. That's a crushie. Oops. Good to know. That will instantly kill me. Anyways. But yeah, I don't necessarily know if it's gonna get any better or worse, but at the moment, it does just kind of feel lacking. And that is definitely a disappointment. I would not say that the story is a good quality of the game so far. It's not outright awful, but it could have been a lot stronger and more appropriate for the game. And that's in both a metaphorical sense and a literal sense, because why is there a robot who is obsessed with butts? That is just awkward. And I think most anyone would agree that it doesn't necessarily fit. It's kind of there for no reason. It doesn't make you like or dislike the character anymore. He's just suddenly the awkward butt guy. So yeah, not necessarily ideal. Yes, I'm in the wall. Am I supposed to be in the wall there? Evidently I can be. What's in here? You know what? I'm gonna go... Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I'm gonna go hit the checkpoint that I missed, because... evidently that was like a shortcut thing. So I'm not complaining about that, but I would have liked a checkpoint, because I haven't had one in a while, I don't think. There we go. Never mind. Thanks, game. I appreciate it. That checkpoint is there so close, probably because of the crushy thing. Do 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 do. Those weird bug things remind me of Stardust Speedway Sonic CD. Now I'm actually kind of reminded of the Reed Forest from... I don't know what this is, but I'm attacking it. Oh no! This is the guy I remember! He has the same music too. This is why I... Oh no. Oh no. Yep, this is him. This is the guy. 100% this is the guy. Ooh, boy. Yep. This guy is tough. No wonder why I was confused, and while I was also, like, thinking, isn't the ground supposed to split up or something? I remember, like, the ground flying at some point. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now, the important thing for this phase is to just remember which part of his body his buzzsaw is on, because that's the only part that hurts you there. Oh, doing this again. Once you get half health, oop. Once you get him down to half health, or something, he begins phase 2. Ow! Damn it. I've been actually doing pretty well. Oh, yep, see? I remembered the ground falling apart. Come on. I don't really know the hitboxes of that move. That move becomes significantly more dangerous when there's less ground. You. Oh god, he's doing this. I didn't even realize. Come on, he's almost dead. I can do this. Yes, I did it on my first try, too. That's impressive to me. That boss took me, like, at least 10 tries originally, if not more. I'm happy I beat him on my first try. That makes me feel really good. That makes me feel like I've improved. I also didn't use the hammer the first time. Oh, but yeah, that makes me feel good. That was the boss. That's definitely who I remembered. Whew. That's a fun boss, though. I do like it because it is very pattern-based and simple to learn. Like, I remembered the pattern when seeing that. Like, I remembered enough, like, oh, when he's doing in the background and shooting stuff, like, he does the middle first, always, and then goes to the right and then goes to the left. And, like, the whole buzzsaw hitting the ground thing, like, I remembered that he always does it where you are immediately, and you always want to make sure that there's room on the left for you to attack him with. Stuff like that. Made me feel good. Anyways, desert. Why did it have to be a desert? There is sand on my shoes, sand on my gloves, sand on my eyes. It's everywhere. And don't get me started on the heat. I feel like I'm gonna faint. Hey, Jester. Oh, the archer from the forest. I'm not in the mood for a fight. That's not why I'm here. I just thought you were an intruder. Nah, I was just passing through. Then that guy you're standing on attacked me out of nowhere. Like every other robot. Oh, and attacked some other dude too. No idea why. That was Romalo. For real? Yes, he paid some visits to the forest during his free time. Since the park is the reason why the factory was shut down and we were left there. Huh, I get it. I don't. But I don't really care. That was years ago. Back in the day, Romalo was quite a nice guy. I believe he was hacked or something. That explains a lot. There is always a lot of kids at the park. Oh, I remember this. Oh, a lot of kids at the park too. Oh no. He never did anything though, just stare. None of this is actually happening. Died. What do you mean? I should go. Yeah, that's a good idea. I remember why I stopped playing the game at this exact moment. Really difficult boss fight, and then that awkward cutscene. And you know what? Last episode was really long, so let's make this one more reasonable length. Next time on Let's Play Spark the Electric Jester, we're getting into new territory for me. I have never played Mare Desert before, so we'll find out what it's like then. I like this music, though.